Salute to the family. Salute to the team. We are in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at 5. While you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Salute to the family. Salute to the team. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the family. Salute to you, to family. Salute. Salute. Happy to have you guys with me on this evening. Salute to Alexis in the building. Salute to Black Rap. Salute to Mission. Salute to Darling, Nikki in the building. Salute to Cali Girl, Yankee, the biggest art diva, phenomenal. Tabitha in the building. Yolanda in the building. What's up, family? How y'all feeling on this evening? Salute to you guys. Thank you guys for joining me on this evening. You know why I'm here, family. You know why I'm here. Salute to the truth. We are here. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all feeling, family? Let me know in the chat how y'all feeling. How y'all feeling on this evening? Right? I'm excited. I'm pumped up to be with the family on this evening. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed right now. Shout out to the family. How y'all feeling? We got a couple things that we got to discuss on this evening. I won't hold you guys too long. I know it's Friday night and you want to get your drink on. Salute to the family. How y'all feeling, family? How y'all feeling? Why you guys coming on in? Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the chat. This is the livest show on YouTube. This is the livest chat room on YouTube. I got the livest chat. I got the livest chat on YouTube. Hands down. The family over here don't play no games. No games at all. The big op said, I'm feeling good. Bless, brother. Belt to ass. You know we ready, phenomenal. You know I'm ready. I'm always ready for that. It's belt to ass season. Absolutely. From Jersey, Brick City in the building. Shout out to Jonathan. Mission said, I'm good. DC Fly said, totally blessed. Absolutely. Just got off work. Prophet. Yolanda said, I'm feeling blessed. Feeling blessed, family. I'm feeling blessed too, family. I'm feeling blessed. Every time I get around the family, you know, it's a different type of feeling. I feel amazing. What video you posted, darling? Shout out to Charlie X in the building. Biggest Op said he got that ball already. He ready for that belt to ass. You already know how we get down to Biggest Op. You already know, family. I just want to check in with the family, see how y'all feeling. I want you guys to keep y'all head up. I know we dealing with some troubling times right now, right? But I want you guys to be proud of yourself. Keep your head up high. Keep your head up high. Be proud of yourself because you're doing a damn good job. Just by you being here matters. Showing up every single day as a family, as a unit. It matters, family. Because if we don't defend one another, who will, family? If we don't come together every single day like this and be vocal and be on code, who else gonna get the job done? Shout out to Stack. Said grateful. Salute to Egypt in the building. Salute to my channel members. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. While you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Guys, we got some things that we need to discuss, right? You know, yesterday on the live stream, you know, the news dropped that Nolan Wells' autopsy has been completed, but they have not released it to the public. They decided to hand it over to investigators and to a grand jury and to Nolan Wells' parents. And, you know, I find it kind of suspicious. I find it very suspicious because if Nolan drowned, like y'all say, right, because they the ones that's running with this narrative that Nolan Wells drowned, there's no foul play, y'all would have just released that. That would have been easy, right? Because that's what they did with the Daniel Irvin's case. They ruled Daniel Irvin case, no foul play and a drowning. After arresting a suspect for deleting evidence. Deleting evidence, family. But they rule Daniel Irvin unaliving, no foul play, a drowning. Shout out to Prophet for becoming a member. Salute to you, Prophet. Salute to you for joining the family, joining the team. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, Ryder. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 family. Do you guys remember this guy? Warren Father that came out and offered $50,000 for anybody that had evidence on the Nolan Wells unaliving. Right? We discussed this yesterday. Warren Father came out and said, hey, I got $50,000 that will lead to an arrest or conviction. That's Warren Father right there. And then he came out with this. Now he want to sue Benjamin Crump. How do that work? So on one hand, you offering $50,000 for any information on Nolan because you care about Nolan. You care about Nolan so much that you waited 1 month later to offer money. You didn't contact Benjamin Crump. You didn't contact the family. You ran your ass to TMZ, a gossip site. TMZ is not law enforcement. TMZ is not attorneys. But you decided to run with your story to them. And then now you want to sue Benjamin Crump because he's painting a false narrative accusing your son of unaliving. See, you fucking up, sir. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the case or not. Benjamin Crump been very careful with his wording. He hasn't accused Warren of anything. He said that Warren's stories don't match up and somebody knows something. Benjamin Crump and the Wells family hasn't accused Warren or any of his friends of anything. See, sir, that's guilt that you feeling right now. You feel guilty. That's why you coming out with this reward money. $50,000, like, where'd that come from? And now you talking about suing Benjamin Crump because of false narratives? So you can't sue nobody for false narratives. See, family, what they trying to do is scare us. They trying to silence us. Right? You hear Bart lawyer coming out saying that he finna send out cease and desist letters. He finna sue content creators. Warren father coming out talking about he want to sue Benjamin Crump. Y'all not gonna go nowhere with these lawsuits. Y'all not gonna go nowhere with these lawsuits. It's not going anywhere. And this is a man that said he's offering $50,000 for the death of Nolan Wells, but you suing Nolan's defense team? Make that make sense. How you offering $50,000 to Nolan family for any information, but then again, you trying to sue his defense team? Make that make sense, family. But I got a question to the family out there, right? I got a question to the family out there. As you guys know, the autopsy is complete. I want to hear you guys' opinion of what you think in the autopsy. What you guys think the results is going to be. Before I give my opinion, I want to know the family. I want to hear you guys' opinion. What you guys think the autopsy is going to say? Because we already seen the play. We already seen what they trying to do. They sending a public defender out here to slander Nolan Wells' name, talking about he's drunk, paying off mainstream media to run a narrative that Nolan is on drugs, paying the Sambo class to go out here and run an interference. What you guys think that's going to come out on that autopsy, family? I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from the family on this. Exactly, right? It's confusing. It's very confusing. He's offering $50,000 for information on the death of Nolan Wells. And then at the same time, he's suing Nolan's defense team. But I want to know what the family think. They strangle him. It's a cover up. Yeah, we know that's a cover up. But what y'all think the autopsy gonna say, family? The autopsy is complete. Nolan family is on their way to get the information. You got a bunch of narrative that's being spread around social media with no evidence, no proof to back it up. Foul play. No drugs was in his system, that's for sure. They put his foot on the back of his neck and drowned. It's a cover up. Okay. Okay. Exactly, Kay. They know Benjamin Crump hasn't accused them of anything. And this is what I'm saying. This is a distraction. See, what the father tried to do is run a interference, just like Brandon Tatum is trying to do. Why you think Brandon Tatum has been solely focused on the Nolan Wells case? If you go look at Brandon Tatum's channel, Well, you don't have to waste your time. I saw it. All he's doing is talk about Nolan Wells because nobody was listening to Brandon Tatum. He was getting 20,000 views, 30,000 views, and he got 3 million subscribers. Now he's getting 400,000 views, 200,000 views. Every video is about Nolan Wells. Somebody attacking me. Nolan Wells' parents. Benjamin Crump this. Benjamin Crump that. The family is lying. The same guy that's accusing Benjamin Crump and pocket watching Benjamin Crump, this guy is grifting off this case. A distraction, family. Warren's father is a distraction. Coming out here offering $50,000 and at the same time you trying to sue Benjamin Crump because you think he accusing your son of unaliving Nolan. Sir, that's false. Salute to the family. We in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We here. We here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, suing Benjamin Crump is a waste of time. That's not going to work. That's a waste of money. Bart lawyer out here trying to threaten content creators. I hope your money loan because you can't prove anything. Nobody is lying on y'all. And y'all know that. But it's a distraction, family. Exactly. DC, Mississippi is trying to hide the fact that this is a homicide. That's what it is. But I just hope that Dr. Turner, since she finished with her autopsy, to send Nolan Wells' neck out there to Washington so the other examiner can finish doing what he's doing. Exactly. They threaten lawsuits as a scare tactic. We not moving. Exactly. I don't know what they think. Charlie X said, Sambo Tatum is telling the investigators to stop investigating. He got an issue with Crump because he's making money off the case. What the hell is Tatum doing? Exactly. Exactly. Dude doing a live stream every single day, grifting, chopping up videos. Every video is about Nolan Wells. Not about trying to find out what happened to him, but attacking Nolan Wells, slandering Nolan Wells, slandering the family, attacking Benjamin Crump. That's all he been doing. He don't give a damn about no justice for Nolan Wells. Salute to Gina coming in with the $2 super chat. Can the family send him a cease and desist letter? I don't know. There's something that they have to run with Benjamin Crump on. But I do believe somebody gonna sue his ass. I honestly believe somebody gonna sue his ass, family. Somebody gonna sue him for sure. I believe it. But salute to the family, salute to the team. Thank you guys for joining me on this evening while you guys coming on in. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it, family. So as you guys know, the autopsy is complete, right? And they haven't released it to the public. And you hear a lot of people talking about they got evidence of this. They got evidence of this. A witness saw this. The police department told them this. That is a lie, family. This case has been sealed. It's against the law for anybody in that department to release any information on this case. So when you hear Brandon Tatum come out here talking about he heard this and he got proof of this and the chief said this and the sheriff department said that, he's lying. The family don't even know what's going on with this case. This case has been sealed. And if somebody feeding TMZ or Brandon Tatum, any type of evidence, they will be sued. That's a $100 million lawsuit for Benjamin Crump them. So this is how you know these motherfuckers are lying, family. So let's play this article from ABC News about the completion of the autopsy.
Tonight, that state autopsy report now in the hands of investigators. The results have not been made public. The examination of Nolan Wells' body was conducted on July 7th, one day after he was found dead at the Barrier Island, where he spent the 4th of July holiday with friends. This as new video surfaces appearing to show Nolan at different points during the day. The Officer Tatum podcast posting surveillance video from the boat launch where Nolan and his friends...
And this video, this video right here, family, is alleged Nolan Wells at the island. And I want you guys to keep in mind, the family and Benjamin Crump has been asking for video footage, pictures, any information on Nolan. Nobody has released anything. All of a sudden, when this audio dropped, everybody coming out talking. Even Katie, right? I've been calling out Katie. Katie came out and provided some proof that, you know, she left the island. She provided timestamps. But that's not enough, Katie. We are going to go over that next, by the way, because I told you we have to smoke them out. And that's what we doing. We are smoking Katie out because Katie see everybody else getting lawyers. Everybody blaming shit on her. Everybody pointing the finger. So Katie came out and dropped some receipts.
Is appearing to show Nolan at different points during the day. The Officer Tatum podcast posting surveillance video from the boat launch where Nolan and his friends departed on the morning of July 4th. The podcast also airing video and NBC News analysis.
Look at all these people
from Horn Island on July 4th. You see dozens of boats and people in the water. The show's host claiming Nolan is among them.
Look at that picture, family. Look at this picture right here of Nolan in the water amongst hundreds of people, dozens of boats. Nolan is nowhere by himself to wind up drowning somewhere. Nolan is nowhere by himself, family. Let me make sure I harper on that point. Nolan is always around a group of people. So somebody saw what happened to Nolan. These people really think they can continue to come out here and gaslight us and lie when Nolan is right here in the goddamn water, surrounded by people, surrounded by boats. This has to be the biggest cover up in history, family. I'm starting to think that this is the biggest cover up in history. Because for nobody on that island to come forward and present evidence, videos, pictures, tell us what they seen on the island, this has to be the biggest cover up in the history of this country. Because ain't no way on the 4th of July at this island, and we just seen Nolan right there in that water, nobody seen what happened to him. Nobody seen what happened to him. Bro, these people has to be the most demonic motherfuckers on this earth, bro.
Among them. Another clip aired on the podcast appears to show Nolan's friend's boat being towed. Nolan does not appear to be on it. One of Nolan's friends who traveled home on the boat said they left because the boat malfunctioned and that Nolan decided to stay behind. Meanwhile, Nolan's mother, as administrator of his estate, making several legal moves.
You said that's the morning? Let me look at that again. Let me go back.
The Barrier Island, where he spent the 4th of July holiday with friends. This as new video surfaces appearing to show Nolan at different points during the day. The Officer Tatum podcast posting surveillance video from the boat launch where Nolan and his friends departed on the morning of July 4th. The podcast also airing video and NBC News analysis confirms is from Horn Island on July 4th. You see dozens of boats and people in the water. The show's host claiming Nolan is among them. Another clip aired on the podcast appears to show Nolan's friend's boat being towed. Nolan does not appear to be on it. One of Nolan's friends who traveled home on the boat said they left because the boat malfunctioned and that Nolan decided to stay behind. Meanwhile, Nolan's mother, as administrator of his estate, making several legal moves, this week sending subpoenas to several social media companies for information and content from his accounts. Today, Nolan's mother again asking her community to speak up.
We are begging, if anyone knows anything, his friends, strangers, please call the hotline.
Aaron Gilchrist.
And y'all heard that. She said, if you know anything, please call. So why are people sending messages to TMZ, sending photos and pictures to Brandon Tatum? Why y'all not contacting the mother? She just told you this clearly. At every press conference, by the way, Benjamin Crump got a temp line on his website. So Katie want to come out and present evidence about where she was at and what she was doing. Why you not contacting Benjamin Crump and telling them what you know? Why ain't nobody contacting the family? Why is the father out here talking about he want to sue Benjamin Crump, and then again he want to offer $50,000 for any information on Nolan Wells' death? It don't make sense to me. It's not adding up. The mother and the family have been saying this from the jump. If you got any information on her son, please contact her. But TMZ talking about they heard 2 witnesses allegedly say that Nolan was drinking. They seen Nolan at 6 o'clock. These people are fucking lying, family. They lying. They're lying. They thought they was going to say, hey, Nolan drowned. And then when they started running the smear campaign talking about, hey, he was heavily drinking, and then Brandon Tatum coming out saying that he was on drugs allegedly, they thought that we was going to just go into hiding and just run with their story. That's what the state of Mississippi thought. See, the state of Mississippi didn't expect us to be this vocal about this case, like the other cases that they swept under the rug. That's why Dr. Turner was taking her time. That's why she removed Nolan Wells' throat, rearranged his organs in his body, because she tried to stall. The district attorney tried to stall the mayor, the governor, coming out here saying that they don't expect no foul play. They thought that was going to get us to go run and hide. But we stayed on code this whole entire time. Ever since that lady, Dr. Turner, had Nolan Wells' body, we ain't been let her rest. We've been applying pressure on Dr. Turner in the state of Mississippi. So now that the autopsy is complete, what the fuck? Why y'all not telling the public? We demand answers. What y'all hiding? I thought y'all said Nolan Wells drowned, right? The governor said no foul play. Okay, no foul play. He drowned. Release the autopsy to the public.
His friends, strangers, please call the hotline.
Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News.
We thank you for watching.
So you guys see that, right? So as you guys know, like I said, the autopsy is released, family. The autopsy is done. And just like me and you guys, a lot of us think that this is a cover-up. I'm really interested into finding out if Nolan was on drugs, because if Nolan was not on drugs or had alcohol in his system, while Bart lawyer and Warren father trying to send out cease and desist letters and sue people, y'all the ones that's going to get sued, especially Brandon Tatum, especially him. For him to come on his platform and say that somebody told him that Nolan had cocaine in his system with no proof to back it up, no way to verify it, I hope they sue the draws off your ass, because family, he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars talking about Nolan. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. His numbers hasn't, because nobody was listening to him, family. Nobody was listening to him. He's popping up on everybody's platform, doing interviews, acting like he's the attorney on this goddamn case. Salute to Earn Will coming in with the $10 super chat. Thank you for your coverage and your diligence on this case. And let Officer Tatum Tater Tots keep talking. The more he talks, the more he get exposed. Earn Will, I hope he get sued. I hope he slip up and somebody find a way to sue his ass. Especially after that remark about cocaine. Especially. And then he want to come out and say the boys took a lie detector test. Why y'all took a lie detector test for? What y'all need to take a lie detector test for? I thought y'all was innocent. Y'all his best friends, right? Okay, cool. So family, we've been trying to find out what Katie got to say, right? Salute to Rogers coming in with the $2 super chat. They don't have eyewitnesses, maybe 2 lie witnesses. That's exactly what they got. And you know the police department said they interviewed over 60 people. Yeah, okay. I can't wait till they release the transcripts of all these witnesses and what the fuck they said. I can't wait. But shout out to Rogers coming in with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. So family, Katie have came out and presented evidence. She has released photos, videos, Snapchat pictures, Snapchat videos with timestamps of her being on a boat, her being around different groups of people, not around Nolan, because Katie see what they trying to do to her. But Katie, I'm just trying to inform you, Katie, that this is not enough. You have to come out and speak on this, ma'am. You have to. But let me show you guys the evidence that Katie presented.
Looks like our girl KK said you're not gonna get me.
And all of this is alleged, by the way.
Look who just uploaded and dropped some receipts to the Biloxi group chat showing where they were at. Our girl KK, and I can't say her name, but it rhymes with Haiti.
So you guys see right here, right? Katie uploaded a Snapchat video or a picture at 6:02 p.m. in Ocean Springs, Mississippi on July 4th, 2026. This is 6:02 p.m. She is on a boat. She is not around Nolan. She's on the boat at 6:02 p.m. and she's not around Nolan. But Officer Tatum came out and said that there's no reception. You can't upload no video. Warren coming out and saying, hey, everybody leave their phones on the boat because nobody's phones work. Even though Officer Tatum Brandon Tatum also admitted that he made a phone call out there. Warren admitted that he made a phone call. And the reason why Nolan kept his phone on the boat because it wasn't no reception. And as you can see right here, Katie is providing evidence that she uploaded a Snapchat.
Has provided timestamp receipts, videos, pictures from where she was at in Ocean Springs, and you see the time right down there, 6:02 p.m. And guess who's not with her? KK said there's no way y'all gonna keep playing on her name, babes.
This is another picture of Katie. Jackson County, Mississippi, July 4th, 2026. Timestamp 5:24 p.m. Right? Because the boy said that he was left behind with Katie. Last time they seen Nolan was at 3 o'clock. They left the island at 4:30 and he was with Katie. Katie is showing you Snapchat pictures, timestamps of her around a group of people and not around Nolan. And Officer Tatum came out and said that it's not enough reception to upload to Snapchat. And the parents came out and said that his Snapchat has been deleted. His location in his Snapchat has been deleted. We know 18 and 19-year-olds love to Snapchat and post on social media. But Katie, I appreciate these pictures. This is not enough, ma'am. When the last time you seen Nolan, Katie? I appreciate the pictures. But this is not enough, ma'am. Who boat is this? That's what I want to know, Katie. You can come out here with your pictures and your photos. I appreciate that. Because you see what they trying to do, Katie. They trying to throw you up under the bus. And I told you, if you know anything, Katie, I advise you to come out now. Because the police department trying to run a cover up. They are not going to protect you. So if you know anything, it's best that you come forward and speak out. I want to know who boat that you are on, right? These pictures is not giving us enough. Okay, you on a boat at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Okay, cool. Where the fuck is Nolan at? That's what we want to know, Katie. You need to be vocal. Explain these pictures. Don't just post these pictures out here on social media and trying to have everybody piece shit together. You are on a boat on your way home at 6 o'clock. You are on a boat at 5 o'clock. So from 3 o'clock that you came out and said, by the way, that the last time you seen Nolan, that he was talking to Warren while the guys was yelling on him to get on the boat. So from that time, Katie, till you got on the boat and started leaving, first of all, who boat are you on? That's what we need to know. Because I know you listening, Katie. Katie listening, family. That's why she out here doing all this. Katie, listen to me. We need to know who boat is that. When you got on that boat and went home, where was Nolan? Did you see him? Do you know somebody that saw him? Because they trying to pin this off on you, Katie. That's what they trying to do. And you know what they trying to do. Because Bart got a lawyer. Warren got a lawyer. His stepmom is the judge. They got his back. Tristan is a lost cause. Watt and them got a lawyer. Everybody got lawyers. Katie. You out by yourself. All of them are working together. So we need answers, Katie. We need to know who boat is this that you on? And when the last time you seen Nolan while you on your way back home?
5:24 p.m. She's got the receipts. She was not with who y'all said she was with. She's got multiple receipts.
Okay, this is another picture that Katie allegedly Snapchatted this day. All of this is allegedly, by the way, but Katie dropped these receipts in a group chat on Facebook. Katie is dropping receipts. This say Jackson County, Mississippi, July 4th, 2026 at 5:35 p.m. She is uploading Snapchats on the boat. Officer Tatum, I thought you said it wasn't no reception. I thought you said can't nobody upload nothing. That's what you said. This is Katie again with her third upload on Snapchat, not around Nolan. But Katie, we need to know who boat is that? Who boat is that? Don't just throw some pictures out here, ma'am. We appreciate it. Thank you. But this is not enough, Katie. You have to come out here and be vocal. Just like Warren set his line ass down and start talking. Tristan started talking. Bart went and got a lawyer. You have to be vocal. I don't know who advising you to be quiet. Because I can tell that you don't have a lawyer, Katie, because you releasing these photos. Let us know what happened to Nolan. That's all we want to know. That's all we want to know. If you had nothing to do with it, okay, fine. Tell us who boat is that? When you left, Katie, did you see Nolan? Who is he around? That's what we want to know. Save yourself, Katie. Don't rely on the sheriff department to save you because they are not. Warren them are blaming you. Come forward and be honest.
Yeah, like her face, location. That's very clearly her. I mean, this is a picture from her Facebook, and I just matched you with one of the pictures that was posted to White and Proud. All these photos basically giving us timestamps of where she was at, which is very interesting because if she was on the boat with her friends and wasn't where y'all said she was, where everybody at?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's what Katie said when she, sent a message through her sister. She said, I wasn't with Nolan. It was more of a, high and by type of thing. We wasn't hanging out. I wasn't his transportation back home. Why y'all putting all this responsibility on me? That's basically what Kaylee was saying through her sister. Her sister came out and made a post and said, we wasn't Nolan's transportation back home. It was more of a, what's up? We at the island. I see you. I know you. What's going on? But when you listen to Warren, he wanted to stay back with this girl. Tristan, he wanted to stay back with this girl. Judge Cole, Nolan wanted to stay back with this girl. Everybody is putting this off on Katie. But Katie is showing you, I wasn't with Nolan. I'm with my friends. Why the fuck y'all lying? Last time I seen Nolan, he was with y'all talking to y'all on that boat. But Katie, I like what you're doing, but we need more, Katie. We need more. I don't listen to me. I really don't have patience right now with y'all. I'm trying to be respectful, right? But this is cool. But you need to come out here and give us more than this. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Thank you guys for joining me on this evening. While you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for being with me on this evening. I am honored to host you guys. Let's get the likes up, family.
She's the only one who's been giving cooperating statements. She was the first one to go to the po-po. KK. What the fuck y'all gonna say now? The story is literally falling at our feet. Hey, yo, but why does that look like...
Hey, Matthew, you're blocked. You're welcome.
Smart's boat. What the fuck y'all gonna say now? The story is literally falling at our feet. Hey, yo, but why does that look like Smart's boat?
That do look like his boat. That do look like his boat. And this is that same girl with that same swimsuit. Hold on. That swimsuit looked familiar. Let me go back and look at this swimsuit on this picture. Family, don't this swimsuit look familiar right here? Look at this swimsuit. Look at that girl to the far left. Look at the girl that's bending over. Look at their swimsuits. And tell me what y'all see. Look at the swimsuits, family. Look at her bending over. And let's go back to Katie. Let's go back here.
Girl, KK said you're not gonna get me. That's perfect. Chat. Stanford, 2 p.m. 4 p.m. She's got the receipts. She was not with who y'all said she was with. I mean, she's got multiple receipts. Yeah, like her face, location. That's very clearly her. I mean, this is a picture from her Facebook, and I just mashed you. Look who just uploaded and dropped some receipts to the Biloxi group chat showing where they were at. Our girl KK, and I can't say her name, but it rhymes with Haiti, has provided timestamp receipts, videos, pictures from where she was at in Ocean Springs, and you see the time right down there. 6:02 p.m. And guess who's not with her? KK said there's no way y'all gonna keep playing on her name, babes. 5:24 p.m. She's got the receipts. She was not with who y'all said she was with. I mean, she's got multiple receipts. Yeah, like her face, location. That's very clearly her. I mean, this is a picture from her Facebook, and I just matched you with one of the pictures that was posted to White and Proud. All these photos basically giving us timestamps of where she was at, which is very interesting, because if she was on the boat with her friends and wasn't where y'all said she was,
right,
where everybody at? She's the only one who's been giving cooperating statements. She was the first one to go to the po-po.
Yep.
KK. What the fuck y'all gonna say now? The story is literally falling at our feet. Hey, yo, but why does that look like...
Family, this all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying, family. This is all I'm saying. Look at the bathing suit of this girl. Look at the bathing suit. And look at the bathing suit of the girl that's bending over there on the boat. Yeah, because Katie was the first person that came out and talked to the police. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. I don't think Katie is talking to anyone. I think Katie have already spoken with law enforcement and told them that Nolan was not with her. She already came out and said that, right? You have the boys that's pushing Katie off on Nolan. Yeah, they in my chat. You know, that's what they do, family. I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to understand this. Yeah, White and Proud. That was the name of the group. That was the name of the group that they dropped the pictures in. They got a White and Proud group on Facebook. Shout out to my boy Nathaniel coming in with the $2 super chat. What's good, my guy? I hope you're doing good. Let's get it. Let's go. I am doing amazing, brother. I hope you doing great as well, Nathaniel. Good to see you on this evening, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, family. This is a chat. This is a white only chat. White and Proud chat. So now, family, after the autopsy has been completed, they did an interview with Lemonade. And this is what we're going to get into, right? Let's get the likes up, family. We got over 600 viewers in the building. Let's get 600 likes, family. Let's get the likes up, family. Thank you guys so much for being with me on this evening. Let's get the likes up, family. Yeah, these lies, these narratives, they falling apart. I know y'all story was to blame Katie, separate yourself away from Nolan, come up with a bunch of lies, have Brandon Tatum come out here and run an interference, attack Nolan's parents, attack Benjamin Crump, trying to deflect, come up with fake ass stories, try to slander Nolan Wells' name. All that shit backfiring on y'all right now. All of that is backfiring. It's not working. Katie is not allowing y'all to slander her name like this. Katie has shown proof that she wasn't with Nolan. She left the island around 5, 6 o'clock on the boat, provided timestamps and everything. You know who haven't provided timestamps? Warren, Tristan, Bart, Watt, those allegedly 2 witnesses that said they seen Nolan around 6 o'clock. They didn't provide no evidence. Katie at least provided us Snapchats or where she was at 5:25, 5:35, 6:02. She provided where she was at. She was on the boat, on the water. So Nolan could have not been with her. Sorry, that lie didn't work. So now it's time for these allegedly witnesses come out and said they seen Nolan drunk and on cocaine at 6 o'clock. Shout out to Nathaniel coming in with the $2 super chat. I'm doing well, bro. I'm headed home from work. Good. Good to have you here, bro. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Let's get into the video, family.
Other young men who have been black young men who have died mysteriously brought to light there as well. Let's get to the breaking news and get in Benjamin Crump, who is joining us in their journey along the way with the family, with Christine and with Elmore Wansley, Nolan Wells' parents. Ben, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Let's talk about the break. Hello to the family and to you, and thank you for being here. Let's talk about the breaking news. The autopsy from Mississippi is in. And so what does that mean? When do you find out? Have you heard anything from them?
We were made aware that the autopsy was complete, and because media started calling us, and I know the district attorney's office have reached out to the family, but we did not get a chance to talk to them before the news told us the autopsy was complete. We are scheduled to have a meeting with the district attorney's office next week. Whether that means they're going to reveal the autopsy results is unknown to us, but we're certainly going to inquire because, we have been begging for transparency the whole way, and we've tried to be very transparent with them, and we hope that they will be transparent with us, especially his family.
They not because they sealed the case. They don't want to be transparent. They don't. Because if it was just a drowning and no foul play, just tell the public that. That's easy. That's the same thing y'all did in the Daniel Irvin case. Y'all came out, told the public the autopsy results, we went over that, family. They said Daniel Irvin drowned. No foul play. After arresting his white friend for tampering with evidence. No foul play. Shout out to Nathaniel coming in with the $2 super chat. I wonder if Nolan suffered in his last minutes. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's so sad to even just like think about that. But, you know, I could imagine that he did, because ain't no way that everybody on that island, as you guys saw in the news clip, everybody on the island was in the water, on the island, on the boats, and everybody went home. Nolan's body was in the ocean. They picked Nolan's body out of the ocean, and everybody went home that night. The Rangers came there that night and made sure everybody was off the island. I want you guys to understand that point. And they not talking about that. You don't hear nobody talking about the Rangers. They not even interviewing the Rangers that come to that island every night, every day, and make sure everybody is gone. Nolan was not on that island. Because if Nolan went for a swim and he drowned, he would have got washed away in the current. He would have been 50, 60 feet at the bottom of the ocean. How did his body float back to the island at the exact spot that they was anchored at? Nolan's body washed back to shore at the same spot that they was anchored at? Because the currents was high. If Nolan drowned, if he went for a swim like these low IQ Neanderthals are saying, right, the trolls, the mainstream media, his body would have just washed away in the ocean. But they picked that boy body up at the same spot that y'all saw him in that news clip. The same spot that y'all saw that boat at. That's where Nolan's body was at. So the body just float away, and then when everybody left, it came back. That's what y'all want us to believe? Y'all want us to believe that Nolan's body floated away in the ocean, and then everybody left the goddamn island, and his body came back to shore. I'm just trying to see, do we got stupid on our fucking forehead or something? Let me show y'all the clip again. Let me just show y'all the news clip. Y'all help me make this make sense, family. I want to show y'all this. Let me mute this. Look at this. This is Nolan. This is Nolan. This is Nolan right here, about to get on a boat and head to the island. This is Nolan right here, family. Look at this picture right here closely. Look at this picture. Pay attention. Dozens of boats. Nolan is surrounded by white people. Nolan is right there, family. His head is peeping out the water. Nolan is surrounded by dozens of boats and hundreds of people. Everybody is on the island. People is standing in the water. And as you guys can see on the island, it's nothing there. There's no trees. There's no buildings. You can't hide on the island. It's just a flat surface. So everybody went home and then see one person stranded on the island. And then a day and a half later, his body come washing back to shore. That make a lot of sense. Look at all these boats, family. Look. That's Nolan right there. Look at this. Just land. Who we got? Who we got, family? Hold on. Who we got? What we got going on in the chat? You said get Todd. Troll ass out of here. What we got? Where Todd at? Let me see. Let me see. All right, Todd. About to get your bitch ass up out of here. The family wants you out. You got to go. All you stupid ass had to do was just sit and just watch Black Daddy put belt to ass. You want to get in here and troll. Just sit down and watch me get to work.
Hey, Daddy!
If you want to enjoy the show, shut your ass up and watch. But look at this photo, family. Look at this photo. Dozens of boats. Everybody is in between the boats and the land. People got tents. People got chairs, tables. Everybody is outside. Think about this, family. I want you to think about this as well. All of this was cleared up before nightfall. The last boat had to sail away. So those last few boats that sailed away, they didn't see nobody on the island. The Rangers had to come verify and make sure. It's the Rangers' job to make sure everybody gone. Nolan wasn't there. Let's keep going. Look at all these people. Look at this guy. Hold on. Look at this guy right here. This guy right here that's above my head, family. This guy is on the phone talking. Hey, Officer Tatum. I thought you said you can't get no reception. Family, look at this guy. He's talking on the damn phone. Hold on, let me go back. Hold on. Hold on. I fucked up. Let me go back to that. Yeah, we got to go back to that. Y'all ain't finna. Y'all seen dude on the phone? Let me go back to that. Look at this guy, family. This guy is on the phone. Look at him. He's on the goddamn phone. But what did Warren say? Warren said, hey, the people phones don't work. People like to keep nobody keep their phones. Nobody take their phones off the boat. Nobody take their phones off the boat. Nobody. Warren was speaking for everybody that was on this island. Hey, Warren, what about this guy that's having a full conversation on the island? A full conversation. Look at him. I thought you said don't nobody take their phones off the boat. It's plenty of people with phones on this island and in the goddamn lake. This guy's having a full-blown conversation. What's up, baby? Yeah, I'm coming home. I'll be there in a minute. Damn, baby, I'm fucked up. Hell yeah, baby, I'm having a good time. I'm drunk as hell. He having a full-blown conversation. Shout out to Nathaniel coming in with the $5 super chat. He washed up in the same spot he went missing from. No one saw him, heard him, or nothing. It just doesn't make sense at all, bro. At all, Nathaniel. And this is why I get so frustrated, because they talk to us as if we stupid, Nathaniel. They really believe we're dumb, bro. These people really feel like they can gaslight us. Come out here and just tell us everything. Yeah, just go out there and tell black people that he drowned. Go out there and tell black people that he was on cocaine. He was drinking heavily with no evidence, no proof. No, all of these people that was on that island got their phones. They recording. They Snapchatting. They doing everything. But nobody got a picture of Nolan. Nobody got a picture. Nobody got a video of Nolan. But somehow they had time for this. What was the point of this video, fam? Like, record a video of you getting towed? Man, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this up.
Yeah. So, Ben, can they not release information to you? Because I know that, to explain the process, because it goes to a grand jury. Now, do you know if they're going to be transparent with you, or you don't, and how much you think they can or will reveal?
Well, I think they can. They can do what they want. You know, we do cases all across America, and the district attorney and the governmental authorities have the authority to release information as they so deem to release it. Don Lemon, they could be transparent, or they can say, well, we're not going to release anything until the grand jury. And then that means we don't know when we're going to see it, because nobody knows when they're going to conclude their report. And George Floyd and Breonna Taylor cases like that, where you had governmental authorities trying to be transparent, they would release information to try to build public trust. What are they going to do in Mississippi? We do not know if they're going to release it. They may say, we're not going to release anything at all until the grand jury, and the grand jury might convene.
Shout out to Cali Girl coming in with a $2 super chat. Then say none, just showing your boy some love. Thank you so much to the lovely Cali Girl. Thank you so much.
You just never know.
You said the grand jury might convene. You cut out for a second, Ben.
They could convene anytime the district attorney's office says that we've completed our investigation. It's all up to them. It could be next week. It could be 2 or 3 months. We have no control over when the grand jury is convened and when the district attorney decides to release information.
Why did it take Mississippi so long to present these results? And do you know why they've been so quiet?
I don't want to speculate. I know oftentimes they would offer that they're waiting for a toxicology report. So why it took as long as it did, but we hope that they will be transparent with us, because as Dr. Mitchell, who conducted the independent autopsy at the behest of the family, Don Lemon, articulated, he shared that he would not be able to tell if the airways were obstructed, if the lungs were filled with water, because by the time he got Nolan's body, the organs had already been dissected. And so he
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
On the observations of the state medical examiner, who would have gotten Nolan's body immediately once they recovered it.
I want to ask you, so that's the only way that you're going to know if the independent autopsy and the state autopsy, if they indeed match up with each other. So 2 questions. That's the only way you're going to know. So one would think that they'd have to be transparent, or at least they'd want to, so that you can combine the two, because they'd want to get to the bottom of it. If there's some discrepancy with one or the other, that can be really, beneficial to finding out what happened to Nolan. And so what happens if the results in Mississippi don't align with the evidence shown so far? That's that's a big deal.
That's why I really wish that Benjamin Crump would have waited on releasing their independent autopsy until the state released theirs, because now they trying to play games. They're going to try to play off the independent autopsy. They should have waited and said, no, we're not going to release none until the state come first. Let's see what the fuck y'all got. We ain't trying to play no comparison games, because they can't even finish doing what they doing because the examiner got the throat. And now they don't even want to release no information to the family or to the public. So when you hear all these witnesses, you hear Brandon Tatum coming out making all these claims, nobody is getting information from the police department. This case is sealed. These people are fucking lying. These people are covering up this shit in our face. But it's going to be hard for them to get away with it, family, because of how vocal we are, how visible that we have been, how much we have been showing up, because it took this lady almost a month to complete her autopsy. I thought he drowned. Ain't that what y'all said? Y'all said Nolan was drunk and he was on cocaine and he drowned. Ma'am, you found water in the lungs. Just tell us what happened. That's what y'all said.
Yeah, and oftentimes Don, you do find that you have differences in autopsies. I know I've handled several cases where the state medical examiner concludes one thing and an independent medical examiner concludes another. And then you have to put it before a grand jury and they decide, or even more profound, the matter then goes to an actual jury trial in a, whether it's criminal proceeding or not, or civil proceeding. And so it really is about what you said, trying to be transparent with one another and seeing if we can figure out why you get these conclusions. And remember this, Don, autopsy is not the end all.
No,
It's
it's
still
not.
other factors that are important as well. Remember, Dr. Roger Mitchell said, even if the conclusion is he died from a drowning, then the questions become, what was the condition of his body before he entered the water?
My thing is, when it comes to this drowning narrative, right? When I keep hearing about this drowning, y'all say that Nolan was drinking. Y'all said witnesses seen him at 6 o'clock. Y'all didn't say y'all seen him in the water. Y'all said the last time y'all seen him was at 3 o'clock. Y'all left the island at 4:30. Y'all seen him with Katie. Witnesses, somebody said that they seen him at 8 o'clock. But you know what they are not saying, family? What the fuck Nolan was doing when y'all saw him? That's the goddamn question. You seen Nolan at 6 o'clock. What the fuck was he doing? Was he playing patty cake? Was he playing spades? What was he doing at 6 o'clock? You claiming you saw him. What was he doing? Y'all just keep coming out here saying, I seen Nolan. I seen him doing what? Who was he with? Because this is a empty island. Nolan can't go hide behind a tree. It's nothing there. Nolan cannot hide anywhere on this island and not be seen. This is what I'm trying to get you low IQ motherfuckers to understand while y'all trying to play in our face. Nolan cannot hide on this island. He can't play hide and seek. Nolan's body was in that ocean, the exact location that boat was docked at. So from the time that everybody left, Nolan's body disappeared, family. Nolan know a magic trick. Nolan know magic. Nolan know how to disappear so nobody can see him, and then he come back, his body on the goddamn shore. Fully clothed, by the way. But you seen him at 6. You seen him at 8. You seen him at this time. Oh, I seen Nolan over there. Oh, I see Nolan flying around like Spider-Man. But when y'all left, y'all didn't see Nolan? Because let me go back to this. Let me just go back to this. This lie right here won't work no more. Right? This lie right here is debunked. Katie, 6:02, on the boat, not around Nolan. That's not going to work. Katie, 5:42 p.m. on the boat, not around Nolan. Let's keep going. Katie, 5:35 on the boat, not around Nolan. Katie again, right here, 5:44 in her camera roll, showing us that she's on a boat with a lot of people. And guess who's not around? Ding, ding, ding. You got it, ladies and gentlemen. Our brother Nolan Wills. He's not with Katie. So can y'all at least stop saying that dumbass shit? Because Katie is making it known that, hey, y'all need to stop saying that he wasn't with me. I was with my friend group. I am showing y'all proof that he wasn't with me.
KK said
Katie is showing timestamps, screenshots. But I'm going to need Katie to tell us who boat that is. It looked like your boy Bart boat, allegedly. I don't know, but that's what it looked like. That's all I'm saying. I'm just tired of fucking hearing, I seen Nolan, I seen Nolan, I seen Nolan. Because if I seen Nolan, I want to be like, and if something happened to Nolan, and if I was there and if I was one of the witnesses that said they seen Nolan, I'd be like, yeah, I seen Nolan. He was over there next to that boat that had the little fishing rod hanging off of, and it was like 4 people around him. He was just standing by the boat, just drinking, chilling. He really wasn't doing nothing too serious. Yeah, I seen Nolan. He was in the water, and he was talking to a group of girls, and they were just hanging out. All they telling us is, I seen Nolan at 6. I seen Nolan at 4. That's all they telling us. So y'all seen Nolan at all these times. But at the most important time, Nolan's body getting pulled out of the lake.
Conscious, or was he unconscious? Was he forced into the water, or was he not forced into the water? So all of these become very important variables as you look at it. And I'm saying this, and I'm here with Christine and Elmore as we go to Cincinnati, Ohio, to speak to a lot of young people,
Salute,
high
DJ.
school
Salute.
students,
Salute
and
to the
so
family.
forth,
Let's
at
get the
the
likes up,
Omega
family.
Conclave convention. I'm sensitive. We're talking about autopsy, and I know this gets a little emotional.
Well, that's why I want to ask Miss Christine, who's there, and Mr. Elmore there as well. Miss Christine, thank you so much.
I'm gonna hand the phone to Christine.
Okay. I know that it's difficult for you to listen to this, and I was keenly aware that you're in the background and you're having to deal with this. I wrote something this morning in my newsletter, and I said that, you have been wanting transparency around this. First of all, good morning. Thank you for joining us. But you have been wanting transparency around this. But hearing the actual words and the results or whatever, that is extremely difficult. You want transparency, but then to be able to hear it is heart-wrenching. It's really a double-edged sword.
It is. And honestly, it's one of those things when we're sitting in it, because we have not been able to fully grieve, right? So there's a bit of disassociation that occurs. And I too have to just always take a moment to step back and be like, okay, however it goes, right? Like it has to in some way, like it has to be accepted. But again, I can't fully accept the answers and things that were told to us at the beginning because it was too soon.
Right.
There was no investigation.
Exactly.
Stories did not align.
Line.
And so for people to say, hey, why can't you just accept it as a drowning and be done, and those things that have occurred. But that's why we needed that independent autopsy. We needed to make sure that whatever was found was true. But of course, when you don't have the complete picture, that also, kind of makes you question even more, like, what exactly are we dealing with? And we need that. Like my husband and I, our family, we need those questions answered.
And it's so sad that these people don't even want to be transparent with the family, and they lost their child. Y'all keeping them out of the investigation. Y'all keeping them out of the loop. You're not telling them anything. They haven't seen his body for the first 2 weeks. You just ignoring the family. Y'all got time to address the public, right? The district attorney got time to talk to us and tell us that, we working around the clock. The governor got time to do a press conference. The mayor got time to do press conference, but y'all ain't got time to be talking to the family? Be transparent with the family? That's crazy. And this is why we on y'all ass. We ain't letting y'all slide. I don't give a fuck what that autopsy said.
You got the news that the autopsy for the state autopsy was done. What went through what was that like for you? What did you think?
I said, oh, wow. But then again, like Attorney Crump said, the DA did reach out. Actually, I had texted the victim's advocate, Amanda, saying, hey, were there any updates for the autopsy? I know the coroner told us it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for the toxicology report to come back, which I know that was kind of the main thing they were stressing. And so then I think that afternoon, so today is what? So I think that was maybe a day or two ago. The DA had called and I missed the call. And by the time I saw it, it was too late and I wasn't going to call her at 9 o'clock because I've had to change the settings on my phones because of the harassing phone calls I've been getting.
Wow. She been receiving harassing. She been getting harassed. She had been receiving threats. She had been receiving bad reviews. But Judge Cole out here getting people arrested for sending her threats. And Christina is her high school classmate. And she know that this family has been receiving threats, getting harassed, but she ain't doing nothing for her. The sheriff department out here talking about we gonna take every threat serious if y'all sending threats to the investigators and the police department. Judge Cole out here getting people locked up for sending threats to her. But Christina have came on social media countless times telling us and showing us evidence, by the way, sending her hate mail to her home, calling her phone, leaving bad reviews at her place of business. But ain't nobody coming to her defense. Ain't nobody coming to her defense. And y'all wonder why we are how we are right now. You wonder why black media is turning up on y'all ass right now. You wonder why black content creators are turning up that fire on y'all ass and y'all not getting away with the fuck y'all did. Because y'all don't give a damn about Nolan Wells' family or Christina. Y'all keeping them out of the fucking loop. Y'all putting a target on their fucking back. The governor come out here and say, oh, Benjamin Crump is making this about race and trying to cause division. You putting a target on this family back by saying that bitch ass boy. That's a fucking dog whistle that you did. But you ain't said nothing like, oh, I send my condolences to the family. I'm gonna, don't, y'all need to stop sending threats to y'all ain't saying none of that shit. The governor got time to come out here and say shit about Benjamin Crump. The mayor got time to say shit about Benjamin Crump. But I haven't seen y'all not one time stand with the family. Why is the mayor not standing with the family? Why is the mayor not saying that we will not tolerate y'all sending threats to this family while we are dealing with this investigation? But y'all out here talking about we gonna lock motherfuckers up that send us threats though. Motherfucker that's calling our police department, we gonna lock y'all up. But y'all see the family that y'all doing an investigation on receiving threats. They're receiving threats and hate mail, but y'all ain't doing shit about that. But y'all want us to take it easy. Don't jump to conclusion. Y'all don't know what's happened. No, fuck you. We gonna jump, skip, and do whatever we want to do. Y'all. Let me calm down. Let me calm down.
I want to talk to you about all of that, but just one more thing before we go into that. I just spoke with Ben about transparency. What are you hoping from Mississippi, whoever's releasing this information, whether it be the medical examiner's office, the state, or the DA? What would you like from them? You want to hear everything, I'm sure.
I would like for everyone to just do their job. I would like for everyone to treat this as if this was their child or their family member and give us the same honesty, transparency, and respect that they would expect for them or their family.
Amen. Now, can we talk about the other stuff? You went there, so I feel like I can go there because I've been bothered by it. We've been reporting on it. It's disgusting. I'm going to start with one thing, and then I'll talk about the harassment of you, and especially as a mother and then as a medical professional, and I know you take your profession very seriously when you said, I love everybody, black, white, red, green, it does not matter. So do not get that wrong. And you've always had really good reviews. But I want to talk about this blaming the victim and smearing the victim. The reports that we've been hearing, no, Nolan was drinking, he was doing this, and he was doing that. Why? I guess we know why they're doing it, but I want to know what your assessment is, how you feel about that, because let's just say that he was, I'm not saying that he was, let's just saying that whatever he was doing, that doesn't mean that you have to die.
Right.
Then that doesn't mean he was the only one.
Exactly.
And what do you think young people do? On my senior trip, I was, out there, right? So
K, I'm trying, like, K said don't run your pressure up. I'm trying. It's hard, bro. It's hard. It's hard, K. It's so hard. I'm so passionate about us. Like this is sickening, K. Like when you just look at this shit, you like, these people is really trying to run a play on us. Nolan Wells is dead. Nobody is trying to find out what happened to him. Everybody is just trying to defend themselves. Nolan Wells is dead, and everybody else is trying to defend themselves. Everybody talking about those funk ass white boys, but not trying to talk about what happened to Nolan. And this is what makes me so frustrated with this. Because I don't see that energy, as much energy that y'all putting into trying to defend them and not run the judgment. Y'all, it's like everybody trying to save them, trying to protect their image, talking about them receiving threats and death threats. But Christina can come on social media and show you proof of the mail she been receiving to her home. These people got her address. They can have her cell phone number. They know her place of business. Her life is in danger because the governor came out here and attacked their attorney.
I'm just saying, kids have fun. So what does that have to do with anything? That's what I don't understand. What's your assessment on this?
Honestly, I feel like that is a way, which we've seen this before, right? Pattern recognition. We've seen this where things have happened, especially when we talk about the Black community. And, after the death, it's a smear campaign. It's, what can we find out about this person? What can we say?
Right.
And, that's something, my family and I, especially my husband and I, we definitely do not appreciate. But we can't fight everyone that wants to have an opinion.
Exactly.
But also, too, it's part of society that has been allowed to occur, which is it's gut-wrenching at best. Because if you were in our situation, how would you feel if there were millions of people who are saying, oh, hey, well, he was at an island. He was heavily drunk. And again, even with the drinking, there are so many conflicting stories.
So many.
Only because I have spoken with adults who knew Nolan very well, coaches that were out there. One in particular, I think he told me he saw Nolan somewhere between like 2:45 and 3:30. He was like, Christine, yeah, we talked for a while. We talked about college. We talked about his life, his plans. And he was like, he was perfectly fine. Because I think it had bothered him too that there was this narrative of, oh, he was sloppy drunk.
Right.
Like and it started at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It was, oh, he was sloppy drunk. And I'm like, but was he though?
Exactly. But that's how they start their cover up. That's how they start their cover up. By slandering the victim. And you know who is not defending Nolan doing this smear campaign? The district attorney, the governor. The governor is not coming out here saying, hey guys, stop, posting all of these things on y'all social media platform about Nolan being drunk. We haven't released no information about what was in his body. Did he indulge in alcohol? Did he indulge in drugs? You guys need to stop that until we finish furthering our investigation. The governor is not, the family is not, they don't have the governor's support. The mayor is not on their side. The district attorney is not coming out trying to defend the family. The district attorney is not coming out and saying, hey, we will place charges on people that's out here saying that they are going to do anything to this family. Because we are a community, right? Like Tristan said. We tight-knit, like he said. But it seems like the only support that the family got is us. Because the state of Mississippi don't give a fuck about them. The governor don't care. He came out and made one statement talking about he don't see no foul play. You ain't seen his big fat head ass no more. He came out and said his dog whistle because he want this to go on, family. See, the governor is a white supremacist. He's a racist piece of shit. Because I played y'all the video of him at a Confederate rally. Yeah, that's what he do. He came out and said one thing and he went into hiding. Making this political. But they want to tell us we need to turn the temperature down. No, we're not. And I know we are getting to you because look at the low IQ white people that's in my comment section. Look how stupid these people is. These people have to come in my comment section and troll because they can't stand the heat.
Hey, Dad!
They can't stand the fucking heat. Because white people don't like accountability. That's why you always hear them talk about black on black crime, Chicago, y'all black people killing each other. Okay, tell us about the crime in your community. Crickets, they don't know nothing about that, but they know every statistic about black people. That's why they like to go to the low IQ black people channel that's tap dancing for them. So they can feel superior because they're losers. They're incel. They indulge in incest. They are the most degenerate people in this country, but Chicago is their problem. These people speak on black crime like they give a damn about black people. Y'all don't care. That's a talking point. Why you white men can't keep y'all hands off little girls, little boys? Why all those white men's names is in the Epstein's file? Now, one black person is in the Epstein file, but I don't hear y'all talking about that. The most degenerate people in this country got the most to say about the elite class of black people. We better than y'all in every aspect in life. And I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that. We're better than you. And I know that's making y'all mad. Y'all love when I come over here and slap y'all up every fucking day. Because you get a dose of reality over here. That's why y'all come over here about a flock. Y'all flock over here. That's why I want to make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Become a channel member. Support the work, trolls. Support it. You hear every day. You contributing to the platform. You might as well just become a channel member. Stay consistent with your trolling. And I understand this is hard for y'all to grasp. When you see this beautiful black man on your screen every single day putting belt to ass to you. But I welcome you. I welcome y'all to the YT community. Your talking points is not going to work anymore. It's played out. Your 90s and your 80s stereotype, black people killing all each other, that's not going to work. We keeping that pressure on y'all motherfucking ass, and we not going nowhere. We're going to call you out directly, and we're not hiding. Y'all are the most evil, demonic motherfuckers on the face of this earth. This is why y'all are dying off. This is why y'all birth rate is low. This is why the white women don't want to have your children. This is why Mother Nature is taking its course and wiping y'all off this earth. Y'all time has expired. Nobody likes y'all.
Is this a narrative that you guys want to use to kind of have us just accept that it was a drowning?
Are you prepared for whatever it is? I know that's tough, and you know that's a yes and no question.
Honestly, it's hard to be prepared in any way with the way we have been thrusted onto the national stage and just kind of everything. And it's going to take a long time. So even, God willing, when we do get honest, transparent answers, right? even when we get those answers, it's still going to take a moment, not even a moment. It's still going to take a while for us to digest and really accept that. Because again, and this is just me now speaking from a medical standpoint, we're kind of stuck in one of the stages of grief because we don't have answers. And that's the thing people don't understand. Everyone grieves differently. You hit those stages of grief at different times, and sometimes you feel like they might go on at the same time. But right now, we're kind of just stuck, and we can't move forward because we don't have answers.
So when you talk about all the things that have been spread, there is this officer, I hate mentioning his name, a former officer who is a far right wing, who's been doing the interviews and has been saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on Brandon Tatum.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Don Lemon, why the fuck did you bring his name up in this damn interview? Why would you do that? You really felt a need to bring his name up during this damn interview? We see her having a serious conversation about the autopsy, what's going on with her, the state of Mississippi, and you brought up Brandon Tatum. You thought it was going to be a good time to address trolls on the internet because that's what he is. A fucking troll. Why the fuck would your dumb ass bring him up? And this is why I don't like your stupid ass. Trying to get clips, clickbait. It's so many questions that you can ask her right now. Hey, Christina, have you reached out to the sheriff department and tell them about the threats you have been receiving? Have they shipped off the organs back to... It's so many questions that you can ask her. Why the fuck would you ask her about Brandon Tatum? And I'm glad that she shut that shit down. And Benjamin Crump made sure that they don't give that man no... I'll talk about his ass. But she don't need to give him no type of relevancy. He's a troll. He's a Sambo. This opportunity to ask her serious questions, you brought up Brandon Tatum, bro, that's trying to run an interference on her son's case. Really? Lemonade? And this is why nobody take you serious as a journalist. That's very disrespectful of you to do that. Very disrespectful. All the questions that you can ask this lady, you asking her about a man that's out here disrespecting her son. And the only reason why I'm playing your bitch ass is so the family can see Christina talk. Because I'm trying to keep up where the family going, and every time they speak, asking her about Brandon Tatum. Shout out to the Tory Experience coming in with the $2 super chat. Don Lemon is a sad individual. Read the room, Don. Exactly, Tory. Thank you for being here, by the way. Ask her that stupid ass question.
No.
I respect that. And that's the right answer for everybody, I believe. And I feel like, because I mentioned him, I'm like, why did I even mention him? Because he doesn't deserve a platform.
No,
Yeah, why did you mention him then, Don? Why would you do that? Because you going back and forth. I see him making posts about you. You made a video about him. I see y'all back and forth. But you wanted the mother to chime in on this? Why are you trying to bring her in with you and Brandon Tatum back and forth? That's dumb. And you know that this is dumb. That's why you feel stupid right now, asking her that stupid ass question. This man is literally slandering her son's name right now. You think that it's the perfect time to ask her about him? Thank you so much, the Tory Experience, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Just stupid.
not.
So let's talk about the people, the young men that he's been interviewing. They're saying they're his best friends. Some of them you said that you don't know. One of them even said, "Oh, Nolan would be outraged by the way his parents are handling this." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Like, why on earth would somebody go on and say that about a grieving family?" But go.
again, distraction. We're not even gonna address them or that
Good,
man.
good,
It's
good.
we only want the truth.
Shout out to Christina being classy. Christina shut that shit down. Shout out to Christina. Shout out to her. You don't entertain foolishness.
Again, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it like I've been saying it. The only question we have is what happened to Nolan.
That's the only question we want to know too, Christina. That's the only question that we've been saying since day one, since July 4th. What happened to Nolan? What happened to Nolan? Nolan was on drugs. That's not what we asked you. We said, what happened to Nolan? Nolan was heavily drinking. That's not what we asked you. What happened to Nolan? Last time we seen Nolan, he was with Kaylee. That's not what we asked you. Nolan is dead. What the fuck happened to Nolan? That is the question that's still on the table. If anybody got answers, come forward. Don't tell us what time you seen him. Tell us what the fuck happened to him.
We need to know. That's it. That's all.
Dad, Dad, you've been here. We saw you.
Couldn't be my wife. If I would have heard you ask my wife that, I would have told you, my wife, yeah, hang up on him.
Yesterday, with not only speaking up for your son, but for others as well who have been involved in mysterious deaths. That was a very emotional moment for you, and the vulnerability I saw there. What do you want to say to folks who are your wife is getting, threats? She's being harassed. Those families have been treated like they're a nuisance by police departments, according to the reporting. What do you want to say to America about this?
Like my wife said, just from a parent standpoint, we just want to know what happened. We want a fair and thorough investigation, just like the other families, because we hurt just like them. If this was their children, they would want to know. They would want to go to every resource they can get to the ends of the world to find out what happened. So then that's all we're doing. We're not accusing anyone. We just want to know what happened to our son, because it doesn't add up. Times don't add up, stories don't add up, and it just doesn't. So we just want a fair and thorough investigation so we can grieve properly, because we can't, because there are so many answers, but so many questions that are not answered.
I don't know if you want to respond to this, or Ben or Christine. The father of one of the young men who's been speaking out is put up a $50,000 reward reportedly. What do you think of that, Ben or Elmore or Christine?
Yeah, we are happy with anybody who wants to share the objective to get into the truth of what happened to Nolan Wells. So we applaud it, and we say, yeah, let's all work together to get answers, because as we've said continuously, Don Lemon, adamantly, somebody saw something, somebody knows something. I mean, and that's what you want, are answers.
Mm-hmm. Ben, yes, we all do want answers in this. Can you talk to us about that press conference yesterday? Because it's not just, and all of them 18 years old, these young people, right? There was a very emotional press conference with the family and the grandmother. You chose to highlight that at the Urban League. Tell us why.
I am so thankful that Christine and Elmore, Nolan's parents, were open to being able to use the attention that they have been blessed with in the loss of their son to try to...
Her name Christine, not Christina. I just realized when Benjamin Crump just said that. Christine, not Christina.
Help other 18-year-old black boys who were lost in similar manner as Nolan. Don Lemon, you and I have been doing this for years, where you use your platforms to give, a voice to those who don't have a voice. And when you saw that press conference yesterday, you saw two families completely devastated, where you had that 18-year-old black boys, three families, all in search of the truth, coming together about what really happened to their children. You had Daniel Irvin, who, like Nolan, they're saying it was an accidental drowning, even though his mother said he was on the swim team. And the fact that he was, on a fishing trip or something with two other white teenagers, he allegedly accidentally drowns, and then they throw away his cell phone, they throw away his clothes, and they delete all their text messages with him.
That's
and
crazy.
His mother, Tamika, is out of her mind trying to say, "Where's my baby?"
Right.
And after 4 days and all-out search where the activist community and everybody are getting involved, then one of the young men and his parents come forward and say, well, he accidentally drowned and we were scared, so we got rid of evidence and, we are sorry. And so they're charged with tampering with evidence that they lied about. And his mother, Tamika, is saying, if you lied about his cell phone, you lied about throwing away his clothes, you lied about deleting text messages, then how can we believe you when you say he accidentally drowned when my son was a swimmer? And the fact that the Dallas Police Department took 3 months, even after they confessed to doing all of this, Don Lemon, before they did anything. And she adamantly believes that it was because of Nolan Wells that they finally arrested them for tampering with evidence. She didn't think they were going to do anything. And this was just this black mother by herself just fighting down. Nobody gave them any attention in the media and stuff.
Right.
And so that's what this is about.
And that's why I made sure that I highlighted Daniel Irvin multiple times and talk about him, because Daniel Irvin was 18. Tyler Smith was 18. Nolan Wells was 18 when all of them lost their life. Right. But the Daniel Irvin case is so crazy because he was on a swim team. The white friends, he was with two white friends, by the way. And the only reason why, a few media networks was, picking up the story because black media. And it still is not viral like Nolan. But his friends came forward and said that, hey, we were scared. Not scared to go get Daniel some help. But we so goddamn scared that we got enough time to grab Daniel's phone, go through Daniel's phone, delete all. This is Daniel's friends. Delete all communication with Daniel. Take Daniel's clothes off, throw it in a tree. Take his phone, throw it in a ditch, and leave. And they didn't get arrested until 3 months later. They had to come forward. And they arrested them for tampering with evidence. That Daniel Irvin case, we have to continue to talk about that case. I don't give a damn about that autopsy that came out talking about it was an accidental drowning. If he lied about what he did, don't you think he would have lied about what they did in that lake with Daniel? A young man that was on his way to go to the military. A young man that was a straight A student. That was on a swim team, the captain of the swim team. They went to the lake often. All of a sudden, he just drowned with his white friends. And his white friends, they were so scared, just like you heard Benjamin Crump said. They came out and said they were scared. That's why they went to his phone and deleted. How can you be so scared that you went into my phone and delete communication with me? I thought I was your friend. You see how these motherfuckers is? Just like when Christine went through Nolan's phone and said, hold on, Nolan Snapchats all the time. It looked like shit deleted in here. Photos, GPS tracking. What's up with this? And then Warren said, hey, we don't know Nolan's passcode. You don't need a passcode, sir. You see this? All you got to do is this. Put your face to it, unlock it. You can put the phone to Nolan's face and unlock it, sir. Yeah, that's what you can do. You don't need the passcode. You thought you was slick when you said that? I know you thought you ate when you said that. I don't even know Nolan's passcode. You don't need it. Put the phone to Nolan's face. You right there by him.
To make sure people know our children's lives matter too. And then, Don, Tyler Smith in Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, on 4th of July, this is the same day that Nolan goes missing. Her son, Lindsay Smith's son, Tyler, is at the house celebrating 4th of July, and he's the only black.
Smash that like button, family. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys so much for y'all support. Let's get the likes up, family. Let's get 500 likes. Let's get the likes up. Shout out to y'all.
Black person there, and he somehow ends up shot in the head, dead. 911 is called. The police come, and then they say they were playing Russian roulette, that it was an accidental shooting, that he shot himself. And the police didn't on his hands or anybody's hands. They just take their word for it.
You
And
said
then,
no gunshot residue test because you cut out. The police didn't do a gunshot residue test, right? And then when she said, when they told the grandmother and they asked, you know, how do you know it was an accidental or whatever? And she said, because they said so, the people with him. That's not an investigation.
That's not an investigation, but thank God for that courageous black grandmother who refused to say, no, I'm not going to just let y'all sweep my grandson death under the rug. She kept asking for the gunshot residue. She kept arguing. So they took a gun that was there at the scene that they said was where he used to kill himself. And they then did an analysis. Down limit, they found out that the casings did not match that gun. And so then they had to investigate everybody who was at the house. Nobody volunteered anything. They went 7 days later to a young man's house, surrounded it, and then finally he came out and offered the gun and said, this is the gun that he shot himself with.
Wow.
And you would think they would say, hold on, why didn't you tell us this the day we went to the house? Why did you tamper with evidence? Why did you take evidence away from the scene? They only charged him with tampering with evidence. They still have not charged anybody with killing Tyler Smith, even though if you didn't do anything wrong, why would you take the gun from the scene of the alleged shooting? And so it's just god awful. And
so the Tyler Smith case, the guy take the gun, hide it. So he's been charged with tampering with evidence, not the unaliving of Tyler Smith. Daniel Irvin friend, delete all communication with Daniel Irvin and get charged with tampering with evidence. Case closed. An accidental death on both cases. And this is the same thing that they are trying to pull with Nolan Wells by coming out here saying that he drowned. That's the most dangerous statement that you can fucking say in Nolan Wells' case. Is say drowning with no proof while a open investigation is going on. And I know you low IQ Neanderthals in the chat room and just watching on the outside, all you haters, mainstream media that's out here running with this narrative with no proof, no evidence. This is what they like to do to black victims, family. This is what they do. This is why we got to drown out their lies. We got to put their lies, their narrative, their stereotypes, and put that shit in a chokehold. Shout out to America coming in with the $5 super chat. With civil rights, Attorney Crump is civil rights, not criminal. Shouldn't Nolan family have actual criminal defense attorney investigating on his behalf? We don't know if they got that already. They could have somebody that's on the team doing that. I'm pretty sure Benjamin Crump probably knows somebody that's doing that. And right now, there's no case. There's no charges on nobody to have a criminal attorney. There's no criminal charges. That's probably why. There's no criminal charges, has been brought up on anybody. But thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hopefully, some criminal charges get placed on somebody and they do hire a criminal attorney. But telling what they got in the background. But thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Trina coming in with the $5 super chat. That was Nolan's phone that they took. And that was Nolan screaming from his phone back. Screaming for his phone back. And you know what, Trina? It's so crazy that everybody was saying, like, some people even there was like, that was Nolan, screaming for his phone. Tristan instantly came in and interfered and said, that was me screaming. Tristan, we didn't see you. What proof that you have that was you, Tristan? Tristan inserted himself inside of this case and said, I'm going to run an interference to defend my white boys instead of defending Nolan and say, hey, that was me screaming about giving my phone back. That was me. But thank you so much, Trina, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Everybody said that was Nolan. That was Nolan. Here come Tristan. Oh, that was me. That was me.
We have to continue to stay on that. I think all of these cases, we're going to find the answers out to what happened. We're going to find it out. 3 18-year-old black boys.
Ben, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I have to ask you some legal.
I don't know. He could. He probably could, but I still want to answer his question. I don't know if that was a troll question or not, but I'm still gonna answer the question because a lot of people have asked that why they haven't hired a criminal attorney. There's no criminal charges. They haven't ruled no criminal act has happened yet, so it's no point. But we don't know what they got going on in the background. Because I see a lot of people saying that. Why they hiring Benjamin Crump? Why they hiring Benjamin Crump? Because look at what Benjamin Crump is doing. Benjamin Crump is getting shit done. See, so many people is focused on counting Benjamin Crump pockets, counting the family pockets. That's y'all number one concern. Why he's hiring Benjamin Crump. Shut the fuck up. Quit worrying about how much money Benjamin Crump making. If it was another attorney on this case, he'll be making money too. Bart attorney is making money. Warren attorney is making money. Everybody that got attorneys on this case is making money, but y'all got a problem with Benjamin Crump. Count his pockets. Yes, he's going to get paid. This how it work.
Questions here because it's part of the story, and I want to debunk stuff that's not true.
Yep.
So there have been reports of legal maneuvering from the mom, the parents, to open up the estate, to investigate, possibly sue people who are for misinformation. Are those things true? Do you want to talk about that?
Certainly. Don, as you know, we're not law enforcement, so to get subpoena power and information, we have to have a legal apparatus. So, state in Nolan Wells' name, and because we have to do
Ben,
that.
can you back up a little bit? You cut out. I'm sorry. Back up just a little bit. I want everybody to hear this. Pardon me.
Yeah. Let's be clear. Because we're not law enforcement, we're private entities, and we have to use certain legal apparatuses that are available to us. One such thing is we open up estates, which, as we all know, is the only entity that can speak for somebody once they are deceased. And so his mother is over his estate. But once we get the estate open, Don Lemon, that then gives us the right to be able to subpoena people and entities and corporations to preserve evidence, to preserve information. So that's why we sent those subpoenas out, because we want that evidence to be preserved, because we don't know what is going to be relevant and not relevant, but we don't want it to be destroyed or lost. And so we want to look at the phone records. We want to look at the social media records. We want to look at the text messages, because that may be very valuable information to discovering what happened to Nolan Wells.
Mm-hmm. And this possible intent to sue, is that part of that? Does that go along with those?
You have to say that language to preserve it. Like, we, in anticipation of litigation, we want to make sure you preserve this information. Right now, we don't know where the information is going to lead us. We don't know what the
Shout
answers
out
are.
to Christina coming in with the $100 super chat. Shout out to Christina coming with the $100 super chat. You must have a criminal to charge to need a criminal attorney. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And he said, I'm not against Crump, but he's only going to get paid winning a civil rights litigation. Oh, you a hater. You pocket watching. Oh, that's what that is. You so damn focused on Crump and what he's making instead of focusing on the goddamn case. Nobody brought up a lawsuit against nobody. That's y'all problem. Y'all too busy focusing on what the fuck we got going on and count black people's pockets. Count your own pockets. Why does it fucking matter? Shout out to you, Christina, coming in with the $100 super chat. Thank you so much, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Salute to you. Thank you for your major support to the platform. They love to throw that up. They need to get a criminal attorney. Y'all don't know if they got a criminal attorney. There's no crime yet. There's no crime yet. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell y'all that. Nobody has been charged with no crime. There's no point of a criminal attorney. Y'all just mad because Benjamin Crump is on the case. And Benjamin Crump win a lot of cases like this, and it leads to litigation and a lawsuit, and he wins big time. That's why y'all mad. Y'all mad that this might result to a lawsuit and the family receive money. And I hope they do. I hope they do. I'm not running away from it. I hope Benjamin Crump sue the shit out of every last single one of them and the state of Mississippi for $100 million. Since you want to pocket watch every goddamn body. Why they didn't hire a criminal attorney? Why they didn't hire a criminal attorney? Shut your bitch ass up. When they don't have an argument, family, they pocket watch. When they don't have an argument, they slander. When they don't have an argument, they run a smear campaign. They so focused on Benjamin Crump and money. That's all they've been talking about. Because they don't care about Nolan Wells receiving justice like we do. All they care about how much them black folks making over there. How much the black content creators making. How much Benjamin Crump trying to get a lawsuit. Shut your bitch ass up. You goddamn right he gonna get paid. I hope he get paid. Because he's a successful black attorney. They get paid. If you're an attorney, you dumb idiot, you get paid. Just like Bart attorney is going to get paid. Bart attorney ain't out here saying something about criminal charges. He's talking about lawsuits. But you ain't got shit to say about that.
But we're in a ferocious search for the truth. And based on that, then we will do things that are necessary to get some measure of justice for Nolan Wells' family. We hope and pray that we can find out the answers as to what happened to Nolan, and that the district attorney and the government authorities would do what is appropriate based on the evidence that is ascertained. We want to make sure that this is treated just as if it was.
Let's get the likes up, family. Let's get the likes up. Smash that like button. Shout out to the haters. Shout out to the trolls. They trying to deflect, family. They trying to come in here and run an interference. That ain't gonna work. Why Benjamin Crump? Benjamin Crump, he's not a criminal attorney. It don't matter. If it was a criminal attorney defending his family, y'all still would have something to say. You would still have something to say. These attorneys have to get paid. Everybody that's in this case, they have attorneys. Warren have an attorney. Watt have an attorney. Bart got an attorney. They not talking about criminal charges. They talking about lawsuits. Suing people. But y'all got a problem with Benjamin Crump and the family seeking a lawsuit. And I know they are going to get one. And I can't wait till they get their lawsuit so y'all can have a fucking Mayo attack. I can't wait.
Anybody.
Let's get the likes up, family. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Thank you guys for joining me on this evening. Let's get 500 likes in the building, family. Let's get 500 likes. Let's make these haters mad. Let's make these pocket watching motherfuckers mad. They always pocket watching a motherfucker. How much money he getting paid? What he paying this person? Why they hiring this person? Haters.
Anybody's child that was taken, that you will say we want equal justice. And as I said over and over again, I am for truth, no matter who it implicates or who it exonerates. I am for justice, no matter who it convicts or who it acquits. We are for transparency so everybody can see.
And the question you were asked yesterday about the father of one of the young men saying that that you somehow slandered his son and he's looking at suing.
I don't even know. I don't even know who he is. It's a distraction, Don. I don't even recall calling any of those young men's names ever out of my mouth. But it's a distraction.
I don't recall it either.
A distraction.
Yeah.
That absolutely right, Benjamin Crump. It's a distraction. That bitch ass father coming out here saying that he's going to sue Benjamin Crump for painting false narrative. That man ain't never said Warren name. Benjamin Crump been very careful of his words. He never accused them of anything. So why Warren father want to come out here and say that Benjamin Crump, he's going to sue Benjamin Crump for defamation? You are going to lose that, sir. You are going to lose that. There's no defamation lawsuit here, sir. Nobody has said nothing about accuse Warren. Benjamin Crump hasn't accused him. You trying to distract us. That's why you came out and said that you want to give $50,000 out for anybody that got information on Nolan Wells. But at the same time, you want to sue Nolan Wells' attorney? Benjamin Crump is representing Nolan Wells. So how does it make sense you offering $50,000 then at the same time suing Nolan Wells' attorney? No, you know we coming for that ass. That's what it is.
We're not going to be distracted.
So I will say to the parents while we're here, Mr. Elmore, do you have anything else that you want to say? Transparency from the DA's office, from the state of Mississippi, for what your family's dealing with?
No, just like Mr. Crump said, we just want a truthful and a transparent and a fair investigation. We want to know answers. And until that's the only time we can grieve.
Mom?
Once again, if there is anyone who has original photos, videos, if you saw something, please contact the hotline.
Bro.
Just so we, again, can get the answers that we are desperately searching for. And if you really are Nolan's friend and you saw something, you need to call. You absolutely need to call because at the end of the day, if it were you and your parents, I'm sure they would be doing the same.
Right.
Thank you, Miss Christine. Thank you, Ben. Ben, just can you hand the phone? Ben, thank you. And I really appreciate you joining us. And I want to make sure that you said everything. Yeah.
Hopefully, we're going to have more breaking news on Lexington, Kentucky. I think some people are about to tell us what really happened in that house with Tyler Smith. We'll keep you informed.
Thank you. Benjamin Crump, Elmore, and Christine Wansley, thank you so much.
Shout out to Christine for saying that at the end. If you got any videos, any pictures, and Christine has been saying this every press conference, but somehow they want to run to TMZ. They sending pictures and videos to Brandon Tatum. When Christine has been saying from the start, speak up. She's talking to you, Katie. It's time for you to speak up, Katie. It's time for you to come forward and speak up because you know something, Katie. I don't care if you didn't witness what happened to Nolan. You need to tell us who boat you was on. When you left that island, was Nolan there? Who was he around? What boat was he by? Who was surrounding him? You know something, Katie. You know something. Because you know why Katie knows something? Because Katie is dropping these receipts, family. Look at Katie. Katie came out and dropped this in a White and Proud group chat on Facebook. She screenshotted her Snapchat history. 6:02 on the boat, leaving the island. 6:02. 5:24. She's not around Nolan. Sorry, Warren. Sorry, Tristan. That's not going to work. Here go another one. 5:35. She's on the boat. Katie knows something. And she also dropped this picture. 5:44 on a boat with a group of friends. Nobody is around. Nobody's around. So, I don't know. I just want to say shout out to Christine and her husband and her family. I want to say shout out to Daniel Irvin, mother, and his family. Shout out to Tyler Smith, his grandmother, and his family. May those boys rest in peace. All of them are 18. All of them. Some of our best and brightest. Losing their lives too early and don't nobody know shit. That's what got me so upset about this, family. Nolan Wells lose his life. Don't nobody knows nothing. He's surrounded by hundreds of people, dozens of boats. Don't nobody know nothing. That's what's really pissing me off. Daniel Irvin, captain of the swim team, on his way to the military. Friend delete all evidence in his phone. No foul play. Drowning. Tyler Smith allegedly got shot himself. Friend, go hide the gun in his home. Hide the evidence. Come forward. He get arrested for tampering with evidence. No criminal charges. No criminal charges in either of these cases of these 18-year-old young black men losing their lives. This is supposed to be an outrage. Y'all sit back and watch innocent black young men lose their lives, young children lose their lives, and y'all not outraged? Y'all not outraged. These young men had their whole life ahead of them, family. Their whole life ahead of them. And these people telling us they don't know shit, and we supposed to just look at these young men lose their life and say, well, that's it. Don't nobody go to jail for it. Don't nobody get held accountable for it. Don't nobody know shit. And you know how like the trolls like to come over here and talk about black on black crime in Chicago. None of these young men was indulging in any criminal activity. They wasn't wearing shiesty masks. They wasn't shooting up schools. They wasn't sliding on their ops. They was upstanding young gentlemen, destined for greatness. Life got cut short, hanging around the wrong group of people that didn't have their best interests at heart. Nobody is defending them but us. Nobody is defending these people but us. And that's what they got a problem with. They got a problem with us defending our people, defending our youth, defending the family. And they want us to go away. That's why you have these people in here talking about Benjamin Crump and money. Why you think they keep bringing up money? Distraction. Why you think Brandon Tatum is out here running on all these platforms lying? A distraction. Why you think the mainstream media is going on a blitz posting shit about Nolan Wells drinking? A distraction. See, they want us to argue about that. See, they trying to run the interference with us. They trying to run the interference with us. They want us to stop talking. We cannot get these motherfuckers to stop talking. We making these stories go out into the mainstream media. See, the mainstream media, family, I told you this yesterday. They have to address us now. They have to address these stories because of us now. They not credible. The mainstream media has lost this credibility a long time ago. Black media run the news now. There's no agenda or nothing. It's the truth. And I get pissed off more and more every time I come on. I'm going to be honest with your family. I get pissed off more and more. I talk about these cases. Because when I looked at Nolan Wells' parents at their press conference, I looked at Daniel Irvin's mother. I looked at Tyler Smith's grandmother holding their pictures, proud of their young men. Nobody is helping them, but everybody got something to say about Benjamin Crump when he's actually helping these families. Ain't nobody trying to reach their hand out to help these families. Brandon Tatum out here talking about he trying to find out what's going on with Nolan Wells. He ain't helping nobody. He ain't helping black families. He gonna make his 50 Nolan Wells video, by the way, slandering the family. That's what he gonna do. And Warren father, see, that's why he came out here and said what he said. Trying to destroy. Oh, I'm finna sue Benjamin Crump. I know this is going to get the black people to stop talking. When we come out here and talk about lawsuits, this is going to get the black content creators and black media to stop talking. No, it's not. It's not going to work. We're not scared of lawsuits. Why y'all keep... Three young men, life gone. Nobody being held responsible for their death. I am looking forward to the autopsy results. If it took them this long, I know they destroyed evidence. I know they did something. It didn't take Dr. Turner this long to finish her autopsy. And then the state of Mississippi don't want to be transparent. They don't want to tell the public nothing. They keep coming on social media, keep going to the mainstream media platform, telling us how they not telling us shit. The case is sealed. So when you hear like, oh, 2 witnesses talked to the police and said this about Nolan, it's a lie. How would you know that? The case is sealed. If anybody in their department releasing information, that's a lawsuit. That's a lie. Ain't no witnesses told TMZ shit. Slander. That's what's going to get the black people attention. Let's slander Nolan Wells. Let's say he was a drunk and a crackhead. Maybe they'll go away then. Shout out to Benjamin Crump. Shout out to Benjamin Crump, because Benjamin Crump have to be strong because it's an attack on Benjamin Crump. I pray for Benjamin Crump. I'm thankful for Benjamin Crump, because Benjamin Crump is receiving a lot of death threats as well. He don't speak on it, but best believe these people is upset at Benjamin Crump right now. They don't want Benjamin Crump on this case at all, because they know Benjamin Crump is going to bring these cases to the spotlight, and it's going to force the mainstream media to cover them. Because all the attention on Benjamin Crump. Why you think these low IQ motherfuckers in my chat talking about why Benjamin Crump on the case? He's looking for a lawsuit. Why you think Brandon Tatum is attacking Benjamin Crump? Why you think the YT community is attacking Benjamin Crump? Because Benjamin Crump got the eyeballs on him. Benjamin Crump is a threat. Benjamin Crump hold the power. And you can't manipulate him. You can't gaslight him. He's moving very strategic. He's very smart with his words. So Warren Father is wasting his time trying to file a lawsuit against Benjamin Crump. You're not going to get anywhere with that, sir. Benjamin Crump is dealing with a lot right now. So y'all keep Benjamin Crump in y'all prayers. I know he probably don't show it because he's focused on receiving justice for these, but Benjamin Crump go out here and and get these families. He go out here and target these families. You know how many families reach out to Benjamin Crump? I never heard of the Tyler Smith situation. Benjamin Crump just brought it to our eyes. I never heard of Daniel Irvin. Benjamin Crump. So now I'm going to do my part and speak on it. Shout out to Benjamin Crump. Thank you for your service, sir. And I know you don't need this, but you're doing a damn good job, sir. And I'm proud of you. Thank you for being there for these families. Thank you for being a voice for these families, because the rest of these attorneys is not going to take on these cases because they don't see Black death as valuable. That's why you receive so much backlash, Benjamin Crump, because you value Black life. They don't. Thank you. Shout out to Christina coming back in with the $100 super chat. Real love, real support. My family. Those guys did that to Nolan because he was so loved by his family and friends. Now he's loved by the world. Another touchdown for Nolan. He will forever be loved. Absolutely, Christina. Absolutely. You just hit it right on. Let me read that one more time, Christina. Those guys did that to Nolan because he was so loved by his family and friends. Now he's loved by the world. Another touchdown for Nolan. He will forever be loved. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Christina, for the $100 super chat. Your support do not go unnoticed. Thank you so much. And that's what it is. The love and support that Nolan is receiving got them mad. Tristan wanted clout. He's mad because he didn't love and support Nolan like we do. Warren them didn't love and support him like we do. Worldwide support. We all across the country supporting his family. We all across the globe supporting his family. That's why they mad. They don't know what to do. We won't be stopped. We won't. I know I won't. I can. Don't hold your breath thinking that I'm going to stop anytime soon. I'm charged up. Me and the family, we charged up. I just want to say thank you to the family. Thank you guys. Thank you for being the best chat room, the livest chat room on YouTube. Thank you guys for showing up, being a voice. Thank you. I pray for y'all. We can be talking about so much other dumb shit. But look at us. Look at us. Look at us. They have to come to us now. They have to address us now. Rest in peace to Nolan. Rest in peace to Daniel Irvin. Rest in peace to Tyler Smith. Free Carmelo Anthony and Jeff Metcalf. I ain't forgot about you. I seen those 2 videos that you. I got something for your ass. Don't think I forgot about you, sir. I see what you doing. Carmelo Anthony, 18 years old, 17 at the time. Nolan Wells, 18. Daniel Irvin, 18. Tyler Smith, 18. Our young men. This is what I'm saying. Those talking points don't. How you come over here amongst us, the elite class of black people, and talk that black on black crime shit? How you gonna come over here with us and looking at our youth? All those young men that I just named off, no criminal history, no criminal background. And this is where their stereotypes fall short, family, because it's not working. That's why they got to find some way to attack. If Nolan Wells don't have baby mamas, he don't indulge in, he never been to jail, he don't got a criminal record. Let's see. Crackhead. Alcoholic. Cause we done looked up, damn, he don't got no criminal record. Fuck. Let's see what he did in school. Damn, straight A student. Is he out here hanging around with a bunch of gang members? Fuck. Drugs. Shout out to Nathaniel coming in with the $2 super chat. Of course, bro. It's all love here. We all family. Absolutely, Nathaniel. We family, bro. Love you, bro. Love you. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Shout out to Christina coming in with the $200 super chat. God. Damn. Thank you for keeping us informed. Sometimes I be thinking I'm in a dream. I didn't even expect all this. I be have to pinch myself sometimes. Thank you so much, Christina, for the $200. Please don't. Let me try to hide from Ringo so Ringo won't see it. I don't want Ringworm to see this, Christina. We got to hide this from Ringworm. Because, you know, he get mad at super chats and shit. But thank you so much. Thank you. That's powerful right there. That's love right there. That's past support. That's love right there. You can't pay for this. You can't pay for this type of family over here. And I see why the trolls want to come over here amongst us. I see why. That troll shit don't work when you come amongst all these black excellent people over here. Yeah, Christina. I want to, Miss Mel say, I want to be like Christina. Me too. Christina on another level with it. Salute to her. And these are the type of people that we have in our family, like Christina. Powerful. Powerful. Salute to the family. Salute to the chat. Man, I love y'all so much. I love y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all every day. I look forward to this every single day. I know what we got over here is powerful, and they gonna see us. I told you, all of us, we going like this, family. We growing like this, and they gonna have to see us. All of us. Because this what y'all didn't expect. See, y'all didn't expect this. Y'all thought y'all was going to sweep Nolan Wells under the rug, sweep Carmelo Anthony under the rug, sweep Daniel Irvin, Tyler Smith under the rug. See, that's what y'all thought. And just to remind the family, Carmelo Anthony has 2 hearings coming up. It's open for the public. If anybody out there that's close by Collin County, both of his hearings is open to the public. So that Wednesday, August the 19th, he have a hearing for recusing Judge Cockroach, right? That following Thursday, August the 20th, he has a hearing for arguments about a retrial. So family, we got to keep Carmelo. This is going to be big for us. We need this. We need this. God, please, God, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. All we asking for is a fair trial when all the evidence is laid out. That's all we asking is a fair trial for Carmelo Anthony. That's all we asking. So I want to, send some prayers out to that judge that's on the Carmelo Anthony case that's looking over everything. Sir, please do the right thing, sir. You know what they did to Carmelo Anthony wasn't fair. Please give him another fighting chance. You know that he was not supposed to be in prison for 35 years. You know that, sir. All we asking is for a first shot at another trial. That's all we asking. Or exoneration. He don't deserve to be in prison. Not Carmelo Anthony. So August the 19th, family, 9 a.m., Carmelo Anthony has a hearing for recusing Judge Cockroach. August the 20th, 9 a.m. on a Thursday in Collin County. Arguments for a retrial. This is going to be big, family. This is going to be big. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But salute to the family. Salute to the team. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for y'all support. Thank you so much for you guys' energy. Thank you so much for you guys' voices. Thank you so much for you guys' presence. We moving the